News 10 NBC starts right now.
Monroe County Sheriff's deputies believe credit card skimming devices were installed at several area gas pumps. She turned to us for help, asking when plows might come through her city street. Good evening, I'm Scott Kilbear.
More than 40,000 deaf people live in Rochester, so building a place especially for the deaf community makes sense.
And I'm Scott Kilbear. Police arrested Mikhail and Cody McLean within the last hour. We confirmed with police the child and a sibling were returned to the custody of their parents.
For a first-hand look, check out Roland's story. His is like any kid's story, growing up right here on the streets of Rochester. In fact, he grew up right across the street from here, where just a few weeks ago, all hell rang out. This happened back in 2010. Another car came barreling through this yard. That's why Angel decided to put up this fence. Obviously, it's not enough. How is it we can have the top-rated school district in the state just minutes down the road from the absolute worst? Who's responsible?
Well, it's a reunion thousands of miles in the making.
Tonight, a member of the U.S. National Guard is reunited with her cat, Marcus.
Got a lot of bonus miles out of that.
Sure did.
9 lives bonus miles?
Got a lot. That was good.
Hey, LaShawn McCoy's lawyer, he's speaking up. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Scott Kilberry. The winter storm that's already caused issues on the roads and thousands of canceled flights is moving east. It won't hit us, but cities like Washington, Philadelphia, and New York are likely to see it. NBC's Brian Moore takes us to some other cities which have already seen the wrath of this storm. Thousands of flights have already been canceled to major hubs like Washington, D.C. In fact, United Airlines has canceled all operations there and in New York City through Saturday. Officials say travelers should check the status of their flight before they head to the airport. We had the chance to talk with people who flew into Rochester from those airports that are being impacted by the storm. Well, it's time now for a quick look at the News 10 NBC forecast. Your hometown weather expert Josh Nichols joining us now. We are missing the storm, Josh, but we're still not out of the woods as far as snow is concerned. Well, it has been a year since the body of a missing Florida teen found in our area was finally identified more than 30 years ago after she disappeared. Coming up, Jennifer Mobilia sits down with the Livingston County Sheriff, who tells us about the new leads investigators are following. And now we are this much closer to one of the most popular options becoming a reality. There's a survey we want you to take on a military academy in Rochester. This is a follow-up to one of Berkeley Breen's New York State Exposed Education reports. Now, Burke, you are the first to bring this idea to the worst performing school districts in the state. We worked on this for 8 months. Show us what you've done.
So you want to experience the Olympics firsthand without the lifetime of training. You can. It just takes a commitment. 5.5 hours in the car and you're there. Lake Placid, New York. The Olympic Sports Complex is where athletes from around the country come to train in different disciplines. And you can, too, experience the ride of a lifetime. The complex is as interactive as you can get. It gives visitors the chance to try several venues. So if you have the need for speed, the very embanked refrigerated track Olympians train and compete on is open to the public.
On a regular basis, every day, we get an average of people at least 100 almost every single day, and that's at a minimum.
From the comfy confines of a bobsled, or you can be a little more exposed on a luge. Then there's the skeleton. This is your childhood sled on overdrive. 30 miles per hour never seemed as fast as when you are laying on your stomach, rocketing down an icy chute. And speaking of chute,
Biathlon. You know, it's that crazy sport where they cross-country ski and then shoot at targets in between breaths and then cross-country ski again, collect themselves and shoot again, and then cross-country ski.
down the road at the Kodak Sports Park are the 90 and 120-meter ski jump towers.
It's 15 stories high, 26-story drop. It's basically the same as riding a roller coaster at Disneyland, but you have skis on.
Just next door, aerialists will spring off steep kickers in a flurry of twists, turns, and tumbles. Who says you need wings to fly? Here, you just need skis.
You can bring in lightsabers to AMC theaters, but again, no mask.
You get so excited about reading that. It is time now for your News 10 NBC forecast.
And Amanda, it's so nice out there. You wouldn't have to force us to go outside, really.
No, I wouldn't have to. I've never seen any Star Wars, I'm going to admit, so
Me
I
neither.
can't even come back with a line for you.
Why not? haven't either.
You're trying to make me laugh through all of weather. You're doing a good